This is Real and Raw.
Hey there people, karibuni sana to Real and Raw. Another episode of realness. Yeah.
And rawness.
And rawness. welcome. Make sure you subscribe right here. Hii unashinda ukifanya sijui unatonga.
It's here. It's on this side.
Okay, there. Subscribe there. Guys, we've been talking about we started a new series called Love and Marriage, and it's about relationships, and the last one that we did was actually the root of relationships. And today we want to talk about purity, intimacy, and culture, our culture in the context of our culture.
Mm-hmm.
When you're talking about purity, for me, what it meant, I think it has sort of like morphed after I've grown. Like as I've grown, my definition of purity has changed. When I grew up, purity meant having no sex before marriage. Done, full stop. That's what it meant for me. But now that I've grown, I've realized that purity is not just about sex. Purity is on the whole person. Purity is surrendering. Surrendering our desires to Christ. You know, our fleshly desires, to hear what Christ is saying. Yesterday, I was watching this documentary. It was about this book that chucked in, I think, early 2000. It was called I Kissed Dating Goodbye. I don't know if any of you read it. And what it mainly said is that he removed dating from the equation. Like, you don't need to date. It is what is making you sin. Dating is what is making you get tempted. So you remove it completely, and what you're doing is courtship, and that's it. But now in this documentary, he actually, the documentary is called I Survived, I Kissed Dating Goodbye. And he's telling people that he actually regrets writing the book. Writing the book. Because he's realized that it became marriage, and getting married became almost like an idol. You know, it was, if you do things the right way, if you don't have sex before you get married, you will have a fantastic relationship. You know, everything will work in marriage. But that's not the case.
Yeah.
I'm not saying abstaining is wrong or anything. No. I'm a very big believer of that. But I began to think
there's more to it than that.
There's more to it.
It's so much more.
Yeah, there's so much more to that.
Because you could be married to a virgin and you are suffering in your marriage because she's maybe rude.
Psycho.
She's actually both of them. Because sometimes you forget that guys are also virgins.
Yeah.
You could be married to a guy who's a virgin. He could be rude. He could be abusive. He could be.
It can be all those bad stuff.
Yeah. So it doesn't necessarily justify. On a spiritual note or on a Christian note, I think I believe and know it's helpful. It's like a gift to your husband, I guess. But if you're not able to do it and you don't get to that level, doesn't mean you are impure or you are unholy or
you're wicked. Yeah.
Trying to keep yourself for marriage is actually for you. You know, you are trying to do something for yourself.
Yes.
Not that,
now I'm better, I'm righteous, or God will even favor me more. It has nothing
you are
to do with
probably
that.
even going to be suffering more than
Oh my God,
it's true.
But
if you
true.
decided, okay, I'm doing this for me, you know, I'm doing this so that, okay, I'm doing this because I know my body is a temple of God, and I want to give this as a gift to my husband. Or whomever God is going to put in my my husband.
Yeah. So it even translates from your relationship with God. Don't just do it for those ones from a work-based place. It is you just doing it because you want to earn brownie points from God, or you want God to be like, oh, you're a virgin, good girl. No. It doesn't work like that. It's by His strength. It's not by what we do. Yeah.
Like Stella here, I also used to think that sexual impurity, like that is it. If you're not pure,
You'll die.
you are now the dirtiest of dirty, you know.
Yeah.
And you put people. Okay, I put so much concentration on that for the longest time, and then but in the book of Galatians chapter 5, it talks about the spirit versus the flesh. So at the beginning it says, I say then, walk by the spirit, and you will certainly not carry out the desires of the flesh. For the flesh desires what is against the spirit, and the spirit desires what is against the flesh. Those are opposed to each other, so that you don't do what you want. But if you're led by the spirit, you're not under the law. Now the works of the flesh are obvious: sexual immorality, moral impurity, promiscuity, idolatry, sorcery, hatred, strife, jealousy, outbursts of anger, selfish ambitions, dissensions, factions, envy, drunkenness, carousing, and anything similar. So from that list, it's not just one thing that makes, you know, because how we were raised, we were told, guy, if you have sex before marriage, guy. But they didn't put as much emphasis on
the
things
other
like
things.
jealousy,
Envy.
you know, envy, because it's all the same. So purity isn't just about that one thing. It's an overall.
More than that.
Yeah. And then so after that, after it mentions all that, it says, but the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such there is no law. So like I said earlier in the previous episode, that's the beginning of everything. Once you have that relationship with God, these other things will start dropping off. Even for sexual purity, if you just do it for the sake of you know what you're saying, by works, it won't be, you won't have that satisfaction. But then if you're being pure from a different perspective, which is spiritual, it even helps you worship God better, because God is spirit, and you can only worship him in spirit and in truth. But if you're so much filled with all these other impurities, our spirit man is like, there's like a blockage, and if you're blocked from your spirit man, you can't really so I feel like for the longest time we had it twisted what impurity is.
Absolutely.
So let's not dwell on one particular thing and just look at the whole picture, not
It's
just
not just
one
about
thing.
sex.
Exactly.
Us thinking that purity only has to do with sex and all. You could be a virgin and you don't know how to love. You know, because you haven't gone through the relationship of foundation of having an personal loving intimacy relationship with God, where you learn how to love, and then all the other
Things come together. I've heard this statement so many times that you have to kiss many frogs to get to your prince. You can either you let me know if you agree or disagree. Me, I disagree.
I also disagree.
Me, I disagree. But there's some people who'll be like, your experience is not my experience.
Exactly, everyone is different.
Everyone is very different.
There are those who've kissed those many frogs and they found that one good thing.
So they had to
And
kiss the
they're
many
the
frogs
ones-
to get to the prince.
And they're the ones who are still kissing frogs.
Wait, what?
Like you just keep kissing frogs. That's what you know.
How do you
Everyone is a
want
frog.
How do you want frog? Turned out to be a good frog. No. Kwani now
Everyone is a frog.
Your final man is supposed to be a frog.
No, see,
No,
when
it's
you
supposed
kiss
to be
him,
a
he'll
prince.
turn into a
No.
prince.
Oh, wait! Until you turn into a prince.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Wait, guys, I thought it's nice.
No,
Stella.
it's a fairy tale.
Now it makes sense.
So he's not a prince. He's a frog.
Listen, the right one, if you kiss the right frog,
It will turn into a handsome prince.
I thought You will kiss frogs, and then suddenly you'll meet a prince.
Okay.
Yeah.
So don't just kiss frogs. You kiss in hopes that your
frog will
one of them
turn
will be
into
the
a prince.
But do you actually believe that is true? That your frog will turn into a prince? What does that mean to you?
No.
As in, that thing is reading between the lines. You'll meet all the bad things and the ugly things.
But you know,
No,
I think
that's not
such
true.
a-
You
I
can't
think-
say
and
that.
then there'll be that one.
No, you can't
nice
say that the
one.
bad one will just become a good one naturally.
No. So you see, everyone is different. So because you don't know how people are, so you'll just experiment and hope for the best. But if it doesn't work out, he remains a frog. You go to the next one hoping it's a prince.
That's
So
the
you-
part. You see,
So you live.
I have this thing where I'm like, some of the fairy tales that you read to our kids are actually very bad.
Yeah, they are. They really mess you
Because
up.
that's not
False
necessarily nice.
advertisement.
Yeah, but he always wait for the man.
Yeah.
Because it's not necessary. It's not a. It's actually not a nice fairy tale story. It's
Yeah,
not.
it's not. It's really not.
Yeah, and in actual sense, it's not even true. Because
Yeah.
if you're marrying a frog, yeah, it's still a frog. That
Yeah.
doesn't change.
A frog will be a frog.
Now you've been recruited.
No, not what she's
A
saying.
frog is
What
a
I
frog.
mean
A
is-
prince is a prince. Guys.
Yeah, a frog is a frog. The only thing is, as you're living with the frog, you can start telling the frog, okay, when you're catching a fly, don't pull your tongue too long.
What
It's going on. No. I mean,
Also,
A frog
so you're
can get
teaching
better.
the frog to be a
You're
prince.
training the frog.
yeah, but
No, that's even worse, Jess.
that's training the frog. No, not training the frog. Like
No, honey.
making him or her better for both of you.
That's not your job.
No,
It's not your yeah, it's not. I agree, it's not your job. But you know, when you guys get married, you change and you mold each other into being a better person or better version of themselves.
So
I
you
absolutely
move from a
agree.
frog to a
So
toad.
that's what I mean.
No.
The frog is probably helping you, fellow female frog, or you, fellow male frog.
Also, we are both frogs.
Yes,
So you see, that's the
what I'm
problem.
saying.
Most women, we think we're the princess. We don't know we're also the frog.
He's also looking for a frog, female frog.
Yeah. So if you're two frogs and you come together, help each other become better frogs.
Yeah, you become
Better
you see,
Someone should remove a book called Better
Disclaimer.
Frogs, guys. It will sell.
They're
Disclaimer,
not princesses.
I am not
Princesses.
into the frog thing. Maybe I'm a princess. Okay. Anybody out there?
But for real though, I feel like that thing it makes us have higher expectations. Because
Yeah.
we feel okay, not that we're not the princess in the story or anything.
Right.
But just that thought of, oh me, I'm already perfect. I need someone
Who's perfect like me?
who's perfect like me.
but that's a big lie.
Exactly. We're all
That's very
frogs.
true.
Let's just
Yeah,
call
that's what
a
I'm saying.
spade a
Because
spade.
in actual sense, will you be attracted to a frog? No. But a fellow female frog will be attracted to a female.
a
a
male
male
frog. Yeah.
So together you can learn to be prince.
better frogs. You'll
So
just be
you
frogs.
know, yeah, princess, king and queen frog. Yeah, it's true.
Let's
by
be
the
frogs,
way.
guys.
That's the only.
Give us a
thing
Makatayo
that
story.
make- No, still. You
uh.
see, what you can do is
Check
the
it.
frog can treat you as a
Rabbits.
princess.
Rabbits.
Yeah, the frog that
Rabbits. Rabbits.
the frog that you have will treat you as a princess, depending on which frog it is.
You know, it's very interesting that you said that that the chicks don't know that sometimes they are actually also a
frogs.
frog.
Yeah.
Even
Not
when you look
sometimes,
at
most
of the
9
time,
times out of
All
10.
of the time, 100%. You will not, as a human being, you will not be attracted to a frog. Just think about it. Will you be attracted to a frog, or even a dog? You know how women we say, "Oh yeah, that's a dog." Will you be attracted to a dog? No, unless you are also a fellow dog. It's just
what I
It
would
has to
say
stand.
is that
not agree.
it's okay, mommy. Listen,
okay.
it's
it's our
when
opinion.
you know when, like for example, if you go to like women conferences, you're usually told, yes, you are a royal priesthood, you are a holy nation, and that's what the word of God says, and I agree with it 100%. But the other thing that we're usually not told is that we need to work on ourselves. Yeah, we need to work on ourselves. Maybe you are not the best person when it comes to confrontation. Maybe you get angry, maybe you're envious and you're jealous. But most of the things that we're told is that no, do not settle. And I'm not saying that you settle, guys. Please catch me vizuri. I'm saying is that if you want this kind of man, please
Step up.
Please step up.
Yeah.
Step up, oh.
Let
step
him
up.
meet you.
Let him meet you because
There.
you're in the same place. Don't be your aspirations are uko and you uko uku chini. Unafanya nini uku chini, please.
Watch out for part 2 and make sure you like and subscribe. Next time on Real and Raw.
Something like envy or jealousy, you can't see it. Like it's
Right.
deep
It's
inside.
like
And
bitterness.
that's exactly.
It's very interesting that you've said that, especially with our modern day age, with like internet, with social media. It's very hard to know who a person really is. Everyone on social media is superficial.
They're mad.
You really don't know that person, let me tell you. They might have skeletons in their closet, but they never show you. All they do is show you nice filtered pictures on Instagram, baby. No.